Casey. You should know that by now, but if you don't, that's my name. Helping me today is Charles. We're going to touch on a little bit of a touchy subject, pun intended. We're going to be going over Chi Sao. This is how Full Circle Gung Fu does it. You go to 10 different Wing Chun people, you ask them how to do Chi Sao, they're all going to give you a different answer, and they're all going to tell you everybody else is wrong. If you know about Full Circle Gung Fu, we do have influences from other arts into it. So we took that into mind when we were doing our Chi Sao. Everyone talks about Wing Chun being about structure. But then when you watch them do Chi Sao and they get into their trapping, structure goes out the window. We don't do that. We focus on our structure because that's going to save us. Now we're going to go over the first drill. It's going to be Dan Chi Sao, or single sticky hand. We're going to show you how most Wing Chun people that I've seen do it, and we're going to show you how I do it, and how he does it, and how my students do it. Feel free to ask any questions that you may have. We'll do our best to answer them. You can even ask him. This is Charles, but he's known as Hector Diaz on Facebook, so ask him questions too. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Dan Chi Sao, single sticky hand. All right, so if he gets into Yuji King Mar, high horse stance, he's going to put his hand up. Right now, I'm going to have him be, I'm going to do Tan Sao, he's going to do Fu Sao. So one hand, Fu Sao, elbow in, bent wrist, nice and relaxed movement. If you space in the camera, I'm going to do it for you. This is what it looks like. Hands relaxed, the elbows pushed in. The next hand is going to be, my hand is going to be in Tan Sao. Palm up, block. All right, those of you who have, pretty much people on this video, they already have experience in Wing Chun, Jeet Kune Do, so you should know these techniques. But if you don't, congratulations, you're going to get a course on it. His elbow needs to be in. I'm going to take my Tan Sao, it's going to be placed underneath him. He's going to rest his hand on me. Some people talk about pinching these two fingers, some people talk about covering the whole forearm. Really with this hand, it does not matter. You hear in Kimpo, they talk about angle of deflection. What he needs is an angle of deflection, and some people talk about that as dominating the center line. He needs an angle of deflection with his elbow. So when he brings this in, his wrist will create the deflective angle for when I go to hit him in the chest. Now when I do Tan Sao, and this rule is the same in single hand Chi Sao and double hand Chi Sao. I want to take, to make this easy, some people talk about pushing out with outward energy. And when you try to learn that from a video, you end up pushing too far away, end up creating too many openings. I need a real simple way to put your hand in the right position. Your elbow is down. You're going to take your middle finger, because that's the center of this hand. I'm going to point it at the inside of his shoulder, inside of his shoulder socket. Now, some people will lay their hand on the forearm. That's fine too. Hit me. It gives a little bit of stickiness so that he can't hit me. But what I want to do, I'm going to take my middle finger, point it at the inside of his shoulder blade, and I don't want to have to support his weight with my arm. I want to be relaxed, and regardless of, even if this hand was down low, if I keep that finger pointed in at his shoulder, he goes to punch me, there's a stickiness to that. And it'll help me run into Bong Sao, help me get out the way. Now, his Fu Sao needs to be nice and relaxed. The elbow, I can't stress this enough, it needs to be in. Now, some people will tell you really hard to push it real far in there. If you look at that, it opens too much on this side. So where we are bigger, we need to just focus on that kind of forward energy. The elbow needs to be down, and the forearm is going to slightly curve in. Now, the reason for that, same reason why I point at the middle of, the same reason my middle finger points at his shoulder blade, If I go to push, don't do anything. If I go to push, there is some stick to it so he can be susceptible to it. If he has his elbow laid out, I will hit him every single time. Same reason, if I let my middle finger, if I let my hand go to his center line, he will punch right over and hit me. I don't care how sensitive you are, how long you've been doing Chi Sao. If you relax your hands too much, a person who has good sensitivity is going to drill you right in the chest. All right, everybody gets punched in Chi Sao, but we want to mitigate that. All right, so I'm going to point at his shoulder blade. He wants his elbow in. Now, the next motion that we're going to do, again, if you notice his hand, it's going to be here. You can put it in a Wu Sao position. He can put it behind his back. I don't care how he does it, as long as it's not this. You need this hand doing something else. All right, when I push here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a jig jerk, a forward palm to his chest. Most people do a juts out and jerk the hand back and down. So since I'm going to do this part, you got a palm strike. Most people do this. They jut their hand down. And the idea, if I was far enough away and he went to do it, yeah, I might miss. But if he was legitimately coming in and trying to hit me and I did this, he's going to punch me in the groin, the stomach, the chest. Especially if he's punching me in the face. I'm just picking a different target. All right, what I want to do, again, going back to that idea of angle of deflection, I'm going to do a jump sal. Jump sal is, again, an elbow down forward block. It's like in karate or kimbo. When you're in here and you block in real hard, only if you notice in the video, I'm cutting center line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push my hand forward, and I don't know if you can see the zipper of my jacket, but I'm going to keep my wrist in that line, and I'm going to push forward, and my hand's going to come up, like this. What that does is when he comes to palm strike, it is redirecting. And I'm breaking my own rules. It is redirecting. If he came with a lot of force, point that here. If he came at a lot of force, that would run into his face. If I put any pressure into this, I can turn it right into a punch, hit him right in the face. So when I'm here, when I come in, he's going to push that forward. Hand can be angled up, or he can just focus on that energy in the arm. That redirects my hand. Even if I go fast, he redirects it. And I'm trying to hit him. And he's redirecting. All right, so there's a second motion to this. I push forward, he does his jumps out. Now, the reason I have him point his fingers up a little bit, fingers pointing right at my face. All right, so I've done a forward palm. He's going to punch me in the face. Now, most people, when they do bong sal or wing arm, when he throws a punch, they just lift up. Now, look, he still hit me. They try to roll. Oh, look, he still hit me. The focus of our bong in Chinese does not actually mean wing. It means to bind or to tie. Now, I want you to look at what I'm about to do with my shoulders. Hopefully you can see it in the camera. Our bong sal, we actually put the focus in on our elbow. This hand can come out just a little bit, creating a nice angle, again, of deflection. But some people talk about bringing the arm like this. Some people have it up a little bit. We just keep ours about straight. And we push our shoulder forward. Now, what that does is puts the focus on the elbow. The elbow comes out. Which hand is my elbow? Just relax it so they can actually see it. So when I'm here, my bong sal, my elbow pushes out. See how it's got a little bend there? If I shift like this, he can push, he can pin me, do all kinds of stuff. So I put that focus on the elbow. That way, when we're here and I come in to push, he does jumps out, he punches. I redirect with my elbow. Now in Dan Chi Sal, we're done. We come back down. Okay? Now we're going to do 3 cycles of this. 1, he punches, down. 2, down. 3. And then we could just keep doing it all day. Now it's real easy to become complacent if you just link this together like this. And also now your technique gets sloppy and you're not really learning anything. So be focused, middle finger, shoulder blade, elbow in, wrist relaxed. It's got nice stickiness here. When I go to palm strike his chest, now we don't do it we link it together, do a few circuits of it. But to actually practice the drill, he doesn't need to anticipate what I'm doing. He's trying to develop an actual cohesion, a sensitivity. Seeing with your skin is a big thing that they talk about in Wing Chun. When I palm strike, he doesn't have to right off the bat go punch on my face. I have to wait, all right? Because he has to be susceptible to the movement. He learns how to block, now he punches me. I have to wait for that. I don't want to anticipate. And even though I've been doing this for a while, if you do it this way, especially with people who are at your skill level or better, you will anticipate because you're worried about getting hit. So I'm here, he can stand there for 20 minutes. He goes to punch me in the face. I need to be ready. See, that time he would have hit me. So you got to be ready for that. Double sticky hand, or Xian Qi Sao, which means two, or just, we call it standard Qi Sao. Same rules apply. My elbows down, nice, and push forward, nice forward energy. I don't want this up, because if it's up, it's going to be easier for him to hit. It's also going to be easier for him to roll over because my structure is not there. All right? Structure in our system in full circle Gung Fu is just occupying the dead space. So if we were in a fight and he threw a punch at me, whoa, he didn't hit me. Give me a right hand. This is the dead space. This is the opening. So I need to fill that. So that idea from Qi Sao, when he throws the other punch, Fu Sao just comes forward. Elbow in, redirects. Look, I can turn it into a finger jab. I can work my trapping. I can do whatever I got to do. So when we're doing this, again, when he's in Tan Sao, he needs to point that at my shoulder, his middle finger on my shoulder blade, elbow in. And we're going to go over what's called Luk Sao, or just rolling. Now, the Fu Sao hand is nice and relaxed. There's just enough energy. Some people call it spring-loaded. I call it relaxed tension. There's just enough energy there that if he starts to push, use both hands, I'm not using my muscle. I'm using my structure, my body. The difference between this and muscle, this is me using muscle. I'm leaning and I'm pushing against him. All right, we're kind of in a deadlock now. But the thing is, I can be here nice and just got my arm up. I don't have to use muscle. If it does get to be too much, he keeps pushing, I let him go. So that's what we talk about when we talk about spring load or relaxed tension. Hands are up, nice and relaxed. What's going to happen, I start the motion, or whoever is in the Tan Sao position starts the motion on this. I roll my Bang Sao up. Again, this rolls up. If you notice the shoulder, I'm going to over accentuate it. The shoulder's pushing forward. And it's not a pulsing, jerky forward energy. It's just, he needs to know there's something there. Just like when this is pointed here, I can't hit. He can't punch me with that hand because there's a structure behind it. Luk Sao is just rolling. Focusing on that middle finger. Again, the hand can drop a little bit. You're going to be doing this. Your shoulders are going to hurt. You might get a little burnt out, but you need to keep that structure rolling. There's 4 positions. All right? Right hand does Tan Bong, left hand does Tan Bong. Okay, so this is position 1. You switch. Left hand's doing Tan, right hand does Fook. And then go. So this is a second position. The same rules still apply. If I'm on the outside, this is where it gets a little different. He has to do all the movement. I just stick and roll. So when he comes up, I just focus on keeping my elbow down. If you know this and you're trying to teach it to somebody who does not, this is a great position to start them on double Qi Sao. Because you're doing all the control, so they can get used to the movement. Now you may notice I'm lifting my hand up. Some people in non-hand lineages will roll into a back fist. What's important, the hand does not matter when you're doing Fu Sao. What is important is the elbow down and that little bit of forward relaxed tension. The next motion is me driving, or me doing Tan Bong with both hands, and he's just waving. Regardless of how you do this, that motion we just did is a change. We'll make a completely different video for that. Check the time on this camera. Good, it's still going. The motion is, we're doing Hun Saos to switch position. All right? Some people will do their Qi Sao like that. But that is not that big a deal. You can do practice the changes later. Pretty much we keep it in one position. However, link up with me. However we link up is how we do it. Okay? But I want to talk about one thing that really gets on my nerves. Actual application. We're not going to do a bunch of applications, teach applications. We'll do that in our next video. For now, Fu Sao, Tan Sao. All right, double Bong, double Tan, double Fook, okay? Get those basic motions down. But I want to talk about this real quick. A lot of people do Qi Sao, they're doing Yi Chi King Ma, which is traditional for Wing Chun. It bugs the crap out of me though. They forget about structure. They preach structure all day long. But when it comes time to them practicing applications, doing trapping, they block it. They lose their structure. Now, why do I say that? Okay. Inside pops out in a punch. Alright? I'm going to do my best to hit him. Watch him block this. Alright, he blocked it. Why did he block it? Because there was no pressure on my bong sow. When I'm rolling and I want to do this technique, he'll block it every day. Alright? I need to put my elbow in. That traps. That's actually using structure. He's trapped. This is nice and pinned. I can drill him right in the face. I can pull down and keep going. I don't do this. Alright? Because then it's a speed game. I can cheat him that way. But this is always pretty much, I have to keep doing a bunch of different crap. When in reality, I want one and done. Right? Hit him, go into a takedown. So when we do our trapping, we have to have that cohesion. We have to stay stuck to him. Otherwise, we look like 90% of the other Wing Chun guys out there. Just cheese out that we bad or wrong. Just throwing crap. That's why Wing Chun people are getting beat up, because they talk about theory, but they don't do application. We do application. And we do combative structure. Regardless of how the hands are moving. He goes to punch. I have structure in here. Yes, this hand could be trapped, but I'm hitting this elbow. I can come up and hit. He could have hit me. People get hit in Chi Sao all the time. I guarantee you, Hitman and Bruce Lee got hit at least once doing Chi Sao. But the structure is what helps us. When I go to punch him, if he has good structure, it will save him. So I have to cheat that. Sorry. That was his technique. He nubbed me with that the first time I ever seen it. I have to have that penny so I can keep moving. Because look, when I come in here and I do my sets out, he may block that. But if this is here, it's not running around to hit me in the face. If my elbow has touched him, even if he swings to get loose, I feel it. Even when I come up into the reference point position, one, I don't just rest this here and be lazy. When I come up and actually push that forward, you can't really tell, hopefully you can see it on camera, I push him back, I'm using structure. So when we're doing this, one, and then I go. Alright? That's enough trapping in this. Another thing I want to talk about, mobility. So if you've gotten the basics, again, let's touch on this with a million times. Middle finger, pointing at the shoulder blade. When he does bong sao, focuses on the elbow. My food sao just rests, I focus on keeping the elbow down. That'll give me the defense I need. I am standing in Ichi King right now, and he is too, but we do not do this anymore. The reason for that, Charles takes one step forward. I'm off balance. Push me. I'm off balance. And some people would argue, oh, your Ichi King Ma is wrong. No, it's not. Ichi King Ma is the easiest thing in the world. Toes out, heels out, hips forward. If you've done this stance right, your muscles activating your legs naturally, and you're rooted. You're rooted if Charles comes to push me on this side. I'm a little bit rooted. He pushes me on the other side, I'm rooted because I can absorb it. That's what this triangle is for. If I had the missing leg, everybody talks about the missing leg of the tripod, he comes to push, I could support it. People cheat this, they lean into it, but if he leans, see how my foot's left? So even doing Chi Sao, he just pushes me. I'm going to fall. I take a millimeter of a step forward, I can absorb it. I'm now using structure. Alright? You really want to mess a Wing Chun guy's day up? Start walking with them. Just walk back and forth. They do not know how to handle this. And I know somebody's going to say, you spent too much time playing Chi-Sao. No, we do it like this because when he's throwing punches at me, we're going to be moving. I don't know what's going to happen. All right, you saw earlier, I expected the right punch, but he threw a left. No, I expected the left punch, but he threw a right. Different side. But I don't know what's coming, he doesn't know what's coming. So when he throws a punch, I have to do that connection. Look, I have 2 points of contact with one arm, I have a third point of contact here. I am linked. This is Chi-Sao. I can go through fingers, I can pull, I can let go and break, I can pin and hit. You need that. This, I know no one fights like this. Everybody knows no one fights like this. But he comes to grab me, it's giving me that kind of motion. It's giving me use of mobility. It's a precursor to this. But he throws punches, I need that connection. It's a whole lot easier to do anything else from learning this. Thank you. Alright? So practice standing in Ichikengima, just to get the basics down. Step forward with one foot, I don't care which. Get the roll down. Practice bridging with your bongs out to get your trapping down. If you have any questions, ask me, ask Charles, we'll help. All right, thanks again, hope you enjoyed it.